The problems of Nigeria are not from the north, south, east, or west. They are not from our differences in tribe, culture, or social orientations. The problems are from the 201 million Nigerians that continue to tolerate, endure, and be silent to the gross misrule by the less than 10,000 persons to whom we entrusted our commonwealth. Our long silence as a people to those that continue to disrespect and disregard our constitution, where it is clearly stated that the primary purpose of government shall be the security and welfare of the people. Fellow Nigerians, from the local government chairman, House of Assembly, commissioners, representatives, senators, ministers, governors, vice president to the president of Nigeria, they make photographs of themselves and put in government offices. Whenever you enter their offices, that is the first thing you see. It charms you into submission. They are the idols that Nigerians must now serve. The same idols that are ruining our country. They want to be worshipped. They are all honorables and excellences in emptiness. Nigerians now declare with their mouths to the idols by saying, I remain loyal for life. That is self-inflicting curse. You are loyal to ritualist certificate forgers, budget padders, Yahoo politicians and destiny traders whose stock in trade is to truncate our country and to diminish humanity. They are now above the law. That is why, as an idol, Buhari disobeys court orders at will. Even when various court orders for the release of Nigerians unlawfully detained, he breaks the law and continues to detain them. Why? He's an idol with his photographs on the wall of all Nigerian offices. No! A governor could loot and reinvest what is stole for re-election, and the people he stole from will still support him because they have declared to their idol with their words of mouth that they are loyal for life. Today, Nigerians are more loyal to politicians than to country. The same politicians that are making life difficult for everybody. What do? We must call for the withdrawal of all their photographs from government offices and replace them with our coat of arms, which carries our national motto, unity and faith, peace and progress. That is all we must be saying in all our in all our offices. They should be beside our national flags. We all saw the rancor and the arguments when different tribes were put on the Nigerian passports. You don't need to put Fulani herdsmen, Igbo dancers, people from different tribes, Calabar dancers, Yoruba dancers and girls and images. You don't need all that in the Nigerian passport. You just put the Nigerian coat of arms and our flag. That is all. All those controversies about flags would not have come up. Even me as an Yoruba man, the fifth largest ethnic group in Nigeria, our tribe was not put there in the Nigerian passport, which was quite wrong. But that is not the issue today. All those things that has to do with tribe, bringing photographs. No, it's not what we need now. Put the coat of arms of the Nigerian government. Put our national flag. That is okay. That is okay. That is what we give vibrancy to our green, white, green, our coat of arms. That is where our loyalty and patriotism must lie. Nowhere else. Not on the photographs of those of public servants. No. We must begin to renew our minds through national orientation. Things are difficult, but I know that Nigerians will smile again. And we will start to we will become so happy. And we might even forget all these hard times that we have fought. But for now, all these people that are continuing with the hard times, we must together push them away. Let's not talk about our tribes. Let's not talk about our religion. Let's speak together as a people. Remove these ones out of the way so that together we can be proud to be Nigerians again. Nigeria will be great again. far better than it was, if we are determined to speak with one voice. That is all we need now. We must begin to renew our mind. With job opportunities and security, the country can take shape. We must stop our politicians from running our government as if it is their personal farms. Government belongs to the people. People in office, they personalize governance. No! Their photographs on government walls develops their contemptuous arrogance and reduces us to servitude. No! By hanging their photographs on our walls, they are competing for loyalty with our country. No! The Nigerian motto, unity and faith, peace and progress, that is what should form the soul of the country. Now, let's take them one by one. Unity. Today, there is no unity because there is no justice in Nigeria. There is no equitable distribution of wealth and natural resources. Faith. People have lost hope in Nigeria because loyalty now rests with few individuals than on country. That is why it is wrong for our people to tell politicians, I remain loyal for life. That is servitude. Did they demand from you that you must declare your loyalty? I service. I service. Everywhere. Hypocrisy. Peace. There can be no peace without equity. A few in power have stolen our commonwealth, and we must make sure that the rich must not sleep because the hungry are awake. Progress. There can be no progress where unity, faith, and peace are absent. You cannot speed up development by focusing on borrowing. To have borrowed 12 trillion within 4 years is building a pathway to sorrow. He that goes a borrowing goes a sorrowing. Imagine borrowing to fund an entire 2019 budget. And you are giving the money to those people who are in the government with their photographs on the wall. Senators who earn the highest in the world. There are photographs everywhere. We've idolized them. No! How did we get here? The soul of our country is continually mortgaged while the rest of us kept quiet, complained on Facebook, and give our patriotism to football. We saw our country being destroyed. Now some people want to leave the country to form their own country. Where were you? You were there when the country was being destroyed. We all caused the problem. We have to stay together to clear the mess. Now, what do? Forget your tribe and religion. Stop fighting online and alone. One tribe or religion cannot solve its own problem in Nigeria. You cannot solve the problem of Nigeria alone. We must form a common front and speak with one voice. I said this many times. Though tongue and tribe may differ, collectively, there must be a national civil disobedience in Nigeria. That is what we want. That is the type of revolution we want. Revolution without ammunition. Civil disobedience. Close work and offices till those in power listen to the just demand of the people. We're not preaching violence. We're not asking for too much. We must move together as a people to the National Assembly to demand that, like China, there must be a law supporting death penalty or life imprisonment for treasury looters. As you are watching me, I know that in your heart you are saying, oh, senators, no, they will not agree to that. But if we move with the people, with concerted efforts, they must assent to what we're talking about. They must. If we carry on civil disobedience, we must tell the Senate that they have to scrap itself. Scrap the Senate, they will make do with just the House of Representatives, or scrap the House of Representatives, will make do with the Senate. And we must make sure that the senators are not any more than the permanent secretary. They perform the same duties, and their financial waste is killing our country. A senator said that it's an insult for Nigerians to say that 5.5 billion naira is too much for them to buy jeeps, cars. That it was an insult for us to say that. What arrant nonsense! Contemptuous arrogance. So you trek to the Senate, you have no cars, 5.5 billion to buy imported jeeps, and you are preaching made in Nigerian goods. For me, don't we have innocent motors? Buhari was going to address seriously this corruption going on in governance by removing the Senate and making do with just the House of Reps. We thought that, but no, we have seen the real Buhari now. It's clear to us. Our government must stop borrowing too. There must be programs towards productivity that will enhance employment. That is what can bring peace to Nigeria and security. There must be a serious plan towards having stable electricity and security. Our demands are not too many. Government belongs to the people. Vox populi, vox Dei. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.